I will post it to YouTube, send a link to you so that you can review this anytime you want. You say, Max? Max's basic commands. Here. That's a good boy. Heel. Heel. To go backwards, heel up. Good boy. All right. Look. Anytime you want him to load on anything, here, Max. Come on. Kennel up. Pick up your foot. There you go. Max is force fetched now. So the only way he can get rid of something in his mouth is to put it in your hand. He's not supposed to drop it. Come on. Here. Come here, Max. Sit. Fetch it up. Sit. Sit. Hold it. Hold it. He's trying too hard to give it to me. Yeah. Fetch it up. That's a good boy. Sit. 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 There we go. Sit. You have 3 ways to communicate with your dog. Audio, what he hears you say. Visual, what he sees you do. And touch, which is your point of contact. If I just tell Max, heel, I get nothing. But if I show him a little body English, heel, okay, I raise the communication level. Here. Sit. Good boy. If I do the same thing with a tiny bit tug on the leash, heel. Max comes right around. Here. Here to go right. Here. Sit. Heel to go left. Heel up to back up. You got all over your head. Pitch. Here. Sit. All right. All of this is still pretty fragile in Max's mind. He does real good with a pinch collar and a leash on. If you want to maintain this, you need to maintain this attitude. Should you give a command and the dog not obey, you are obligated to reinforce that command. For instance, come on, Max, let's stand up. All right, sit. And see how I showed him I'm still moving, so he said, well, where am I supposed to sit? I want him to not sit so that I can show you the correction. All right. Sit, sit. If you have to repeat the command, the second command comes with a reinforcement. All right. The pinch collar is a wonderful tool for that. If you fail to do this, then Max sit, Max doesn't sit. Max sit. Max is looking at you and he's waiting for the correction, doesn't come. Max sit. You are teaching Max that you can be ignored. You're teaching him contempt for you. You must reinforce your command or Max will learn that I don't have to do what you say. All right? So if you're going to give Max a command, you have to ask yourself 3 questions. Should Max not obey? Do I have the proper tool on him to correct him? Can I reach him? And am I willing to do whatever it takes? So if you're sitting there in your chair watching a 3-2 pitch, Max, go lay down, and Max doesn't go lay down, You just put yourself in a no-win situation. All right? If the answer to any one of those 3 questions is no, don't give the command. No harm, no foul. All right? Don't put yourself in a no-win situation. If you're not willing to do something about it, then don't give him a chance to learn that you can be ignored. Just let it slide. You know, I mean, just don't give the command. You're not obligated to enforce something that you haven't told him. All right? And that should be a prerequisite thought in your mind all the time. Anytime this dog is in your presence, he is drawing conclusions on how his world is based on how you two interact. Okay? If you want to be ignored, all you've got to do is try to get him to obey without enforcing it. Sit, 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 sit. Pretty soon it's like the little kid in the story said, now, yeah, there's the tone of voice that I have to obey.
That's right.
All right? So we don't raise our voice to the dog. Come here, Max. And if he slips your first command and you have to reinforce it, the next time he hears it, reinforce it right out of the gate. Sit. Don't raise your voice.
Right.
Okay? Now the next time I tell Max to sit, he will plant his butt. Come on. Sit. Okay?
So he always needs to have that collar on.
No. Should he not sit and he doesn't have the collar on,
Yep.
you reach right over there, you grab a handful of skin right underneath here,
Yeah.
you put a hand right on his butt, and you lift here and you push down like that. Come on, Max. That's a good boy. All right. Sit. And you put him in a sit. That's a good boy. Thinks he's in trouble now.
Yeah, he's had a lot of, he hasn't been a very
Sit.
good listener.
Now, I'm not going to recommend that you use an e-collar, but I do want to show you a little bit about Max's personality and how this works. The receiver is right on top of his spine. I'm going to turn those prongs out. I'm going to change the reinforcement, and you're going to see Max fight the leash to obey the command. Okay? Sit. Sit. He knows if he stands up, he's going to feel that electricity. And being it's in the back, okay, he knows that if he stands up, it comes on, so he moves away from it. This puts him back in a sit. Now you notice I'm able to pull hard enough to lift his foot off, or his butt off the ground. I'm going to go through this a couple of times, and you're probably going to see Max actually stick a front leg out in front and brace himself so that I can't do that. Sit. Sit. Now I corrected that. Sit. Yeah, he's not going to move his front feet, but you can see him straining. He is trying to keep his butt on the ground.
Good boy, Max.
This is the difference between making a dog mind and making him want to mind. If I'm big enough, strong enough, I can make you do anything I want, right? But as soon as I start adding distance between you and I, you become more and more likely to go back to doing things your own way.
Yeah.
This is what happens when you use coercion. Okay? You make the dog mind, but he still wants to do things his own way. So if I don't have a method of enforcing, the dog's going to go back to his own way of doing things. But if I can change his mind and make him want to sit, just like yours, I can leave the state and you'll still do things my way if I can convince you that my way is better.
Yeah.
This is the philosophy that we use with our corrections. Come on over. Don't jerk or tug, just put a steady pull. Feel him fight you? Okay, he's learned keeping his butt on the ground.
Oh, yeah.
Pull hard enough where you see his butt just starting to come off the ground. Sit. Okay, now I corrected that because he
Yeah.
was standing up.
Yeah.
Pull again. Just nice, easy. See him strain.
Yeah.
Okay, he is trying to obey the command.
Yeah.
Okay? So when he blows you off,
Yeah. You gotta.
you want to deal with this with the right attitude. He's a young dog, and like I said, we've only been working with him for 4 months. So this whole thing is fairly fragile. My started dogs are a year old when they go home. So they've been in training for 10 months. And the last 2 months of those 10 months is when we can really put the screws down, because the dog is mature enough. And Max just hit that level where he's mature enough that he can take these stiffer corrections and not fold. We don't want to ruin him. We don't want to crush him. All right. But I want you to understand that if you don't review this, this will go away.
Every day. Multiple times.
Well, no, not necessarily. You can put a pinch collar and a leash on Max and give him a 5-minute heeling drill once every 2 or 3 days, and you can maintain that skill.
Okay.
All right. Now, as far as the way you heel, your hand position is important. Come here, Max. Sit. The natural tendency of everybody when they give a leash correction is to do this. All right. No matter what you do, all Max feels is up. However, if you drop your hand down here and keep your left arm straight, yeah. He's trying to be a good dog. He's anticipating being backed up. Watch what he does when I change directions on this leash. Okay? They're ultra sensitive to where this hand goes. You look? See that hop? Okay? Here. So I'm just using fingertips. Don't start this, or the dog will start coming straight up your side in anticipation of being jerked. And you won't get any direction. Now when you want to, see that hand, that head follow the hand? When you want him to go right, the command is here in your hand. Do you ride horses?
Yeah, that's what I.
It's just like neck reining a horse.
Yeah.
Come right across the front. Here.
Yeah.
Here. Come on. Come on, move. Here. Good boy. There we go. Here. That's a good boy. Here. Oh, that's a good boy. Here. Come on. We've backed him up so much he's anticipating being backed up. If he balks, just grab a hold of this and just muscle him right around. Okay? Here. There we go. That's a good boy. Here. And if you want him, now when he sits out like that and you want to correct that, heel. Good. Now if we want to go left, the command is heel, and your hand goes behind you. Okay? Tucks right up close to your body. Don't try to swing out like this. What you're doing is you're tucking the dog's neck in tight. That's a good boy. Here. That's a boy. And you move your feet. Sit. If you want him to heel to the left, you move your left foot. Heel. If you want him to heel to the right, you move your right foot. Here. And watch what I do with my right heel. Here. Here. You see how I can kind of step on his toes back there? That touch for him to move his butt around behind. You want to try that? I want you to just stand there for a second until I sit down. That way we're transferring handlers here and Mac's going to get a little confused.
Yeah, he's trying to figure it out.
Yeah, he says, oh, what's going on? Okay, first thing you do is sit your dog. That stabilizes him. And then you want to stand absolutely stone still in between adjustments. Okay? Walk him straight towards me. Just tell him heel. Stop. Slack lead. Slack lead. Do it again. Walk towards me.
Heel.
Stop. Okay? What that stop does is that allows him to succeed. It allows him to obey the command and realize I did what I was told. Okay? Now I want you to turn 90 degrees towards Jennifer. Your left hand, don't move until I tell you, because I've got several instructions for you here. Your left hand's going to hook around behind your back, right? Your left foot is going to turn around. You're going to point your toe at Jen, all right? And you're going to command heel. You're going to do all three at the same time. Okay? Keep your left hand as low as you can keep it. Look at Jennifer and just turn to face her.
Heel.
Okay? You got the command and the move right, but you didn't move your left hand behind your back.
Yeah.
Now, see those leashes hanging on the wall to your left?
Yeah.
That's 90 degrees to your left. I want you to do it again and face those leashes. And this time I want your hand to come all the way around behind you and tug this way. Okay?
Heel.
Okay, don't try to drag him. Do this like a 6-inch trout.
Okay.
Okay, biting, tug, tug, tug. This isn't a drag or a yank or a pull.
Yeah.
This is a series of short, sharp tugs.
Okay.
Maybe
Okay.
A little more slack on the lead.
Yeah, you need a little slack on the lead, just a little bit. That's right there. That's just enough. Because there's got to be slack in between each tug.
Okay.
Okay, 90 degrees to the left, try it again.
Heel.
That's pretty good. He's all the way in.
Yeah.
Okay, now you're facing this way. Smaller movement. I want you to adjust the dog from here to here.
Move your left foot.
And move, yeah, you're going to move your left foot back. Now, you're going to need a lot less movement than you just used.
Yeah.
Okay? Little step, little tug, little command.
Heel.
Okay? Now, from now on, I want you to look down at your dog and see what you're getting for each movement.
Okay.
Okay? Now, you see how he's around behind you?
Yeah, right there.
Drag him right around in front. Tell him here,
Here.
right around here. Pull this way. Turn your shoulders. Here, drag him right
Here.
around. Drag him right around. Drag him right around. There you go. Okay, why don't you move out where you got a little room?
Put him where you want him.
Basically, exactly. Now, you did everything right there except you bent your elbow.
Yeah.
You came up. If you stay low, Max will understand the direction of those tugs.
Okay.
Okay, let's work on right turns. Come right across the front of your body like your neck ran in a horse.
Okay.
Command here.
Okay.
Move your right foot. Come right back, kick him in the butt.
Here.
Just step right into the dog. You didn't step into the dog.
You make it look so easy.
That's because I've done 500 plus dogs. That's why we're doing this. Okay.
Is it tick in him?
Okay, now, I want you to just drop your left shoulder back and look where his right hind foot is behind you. You see it back there?
Yes.
I want you to step on that foot with your right heel. Bring your right hand this way. Okay? Command here.
Here. Here.
There you go. Okay, stop. Let me show you. Stay right there.
Okay.
Stay right there. Come here, Max. That's the boy. What I want you to do is back right into the dog. Here. Just like that.
Okay.
Here. Come here, Max. That's a good boy, son. I know this is a little confusing. Here. Good boy.
Okay.
You're too young to know what a Mr. Twister board is, aren't you?
I don't know.
Do you remember them? You might be too young too. The Mr. Twister board was a little square board that sat on ball bearings. And what we would do,
Oh, I had one of those.
okay?
Yeah.
All right. You stayed in one place
Yeah.
and everything orbited around you. This is what we want to do with the dog. So see that little patch of sunlight? I'm going to stay right on that. Heel. That's a good boy. All right, that's a good boy. Here. Here, here, and here. When he does that, don't let him get away with it. Here. Good boy. Here. That's a good boy. Here. Come on. Here. Good boy. All right. Here. That's a good boy. Heel. Here. Good boy. Here. Okay. I stay in one spot.
Yeah.
Back right into the dog.
Okay.
Okay. Sit. Whoop. I'm going to fall down here. You're not in trouble, Max. I'm just clumsy. Okay. Step right into heel so you and the dog are facing the same direction. Stop. Sit.
Sit.
Okay, now, don't raise your voice. Just talk to your dog. If you raise your voice, pretty soon Max won't respond unless you raise your voice, and we don't want to get into that habit. So just you've got a nice quiet voice. For some reason, Max wants that leash on the left side of his face. He will constantly swing his chin over. Okay.
So now put my right heel into his hip. And then,
Your left hand comes across the front.
okay.
You step back with your right heel. Okay. And literally just turn and face that way
Okay.
without moving your left foot.
And what do I say to him?
Here. Here to go right.
No, you're steering.
No. One instructor.
Too many cooks in the kitchen.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay. Don't want to swing out with your hand.
Okay.
Okay. That, you know, they call it jackass ran a horse when you don't want to do that. You want to keep everything tucked in tight.
Okay. Here.
There you go. Perfect. Now the question is how much?
Yeah.
You gave a big tug, you got a big movement. Practice with Max on a daily basis and you'll learn how to get a smaller movement. Okay?
Yep.
Why don't you go ahead and move him around here a little bit. Just do whatever you want with him. Yeah, he goes on your left side.
Always on the left.
Always on the left. Left arm straight. Carry that hand, carry that hand right down where he can touch you with his nose.
Heel.
Not bad. Okay, now you told him sit and he stood back up.
So then you grab him under here and
No, he's got a pinch collar on him. You would
oh,
grab
oh,
him underneath if
with
you
on.
didn't have a pinch collar.
Okay.
When you have no other recourse but to use hands on. But he's got a far superior recourse here with the pinch collar.
Okay.
Now, the one time when you're allowed to bend your left elbow is when you want him to sit.
Okay.
And it's not up, it's up and back.
Okay.
Okay?
Sit.
Okay, you notice how the second you start moving, he gets up?
Yeah.
Okay? If you want to leave the dog in that sit,
Yeah.
then you have to communicate to him, sit, that he's not supposed to go with you. Now Max is in healing mode. So if I step forward with my left foot, that tells Max to come with me. Sit. If I step forward with my right foot and back away from him, that tells him to stay there. He's reading body English.
Yeah.
Now there are two parts to reading. The way he reads you, the way you read him. Okay? So when you put your dog under command, you are obligated to pay absolute attention to that dog. So when you're messing with him around here, I don't want you looking at me. I know that's polite for you to look at me when I'm giving you instructions, but you've got a dog at your side. So you are obligated to look at him. I know you can hear me, all right? I will repeat as often as I need to, but your attention needs to be focused on the dog. And the reason is he's under a sit command. If I step away and he doesn't stay there, I need to correct that instantly.
Yeah.
Well, if I'm not looking at him, I'll miss it. Okay? You'll notice Max gets up and follows you around, but he doesn't me. We've gone through this so many times. Max reads me really, really well. You, however, are a stranger to him.
Yeah.
He doesn't know how to read you. So in the process of doing this, he's learning what you look like. He's learning how you stand. He's learning how you move. The hardest thing in the world for you to do is discipline your movements. Heel. Come on. I'm just going to walk him around a little bit here. Come on, Max. Here. Here. Come on. That's a good boy. Here. Okay. See how he follows that body shift? I didn't use the leash at all. Heel up. Heel up. That's a good boy. There you go. Heel. Good. All right. Max is taking his cues off of me. All right. The more you practice this,
Yeah.
the better you are, more likely you are to achieve this on your own.
Okay.
You want to give this a try?
Can't be sloppy.
Your turn. This is going to be short because this is the third handler for Max.
Okay.
So we're coming to the end of his attention span.
When he's on a sit, what's the release?
If you just want to release him and let him up and take him off command,
Yes.
big enthusiastic, okay. All right, slap on the shoulder. That tells Max that he is no longer under command and go do what he wants. Now, if he's got a leash on, you can release him. He doesn't have to sit, he doesn't have to heel, but he does have to stay within the realm of the leash, within the reach of the leash. Now, should Max pull against that leash, you instantly jerk
Yeah.
hard. Max knows better than to pull on that leash. You can hand a little toddler that leash and Max will walk away at heel with them. They respect that pinch collar. If you put a strap collar on him in that leash, he'll drag you everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically,
Okay?
so I want to do a heel.
It depends on what you want to do. The first thing you want to do is get the dog on your left side.
Yeah.
Okay, now you did a good job of guiding him with the leash and you didn't say a word. You would have got a better response if you would have told him what you wanted him to do, which is heel. Okay? Now to practice that, I want you to step right around him. Take the leash with you. Stop. Okay, now this time when you guide him around, I want you to take a step back with this left hand. I want you to keep this left hand low. I want you to tell him heel and tug him right around. And when he comes around, step right back up again. Okay, step backwards with your left foot. Tell him heel.
Heel.
And then step right back forward again and he'll come right in just like a trailer. When you drive away with a trailer, it straightens out behind you. Okay?
Can I tell him good boy?
Yes, you can.
Good boy, Max. Heel.
Okay,
Heel.
this way.
Okay. Sit. Good boy. Good boy.
Okay, we're coming to the end of Max's attention span. Okay. And your right foot, reach back there and find his foot and step on it with your right heel. Come across with your left hand and say here, all at the same time.
Here.
Other foot. Other foot. What we're going to do is we're just going to turn you this way.
Okay.
And I want you to pull this foot back into Max. This hand comes right across the front. This is a little dancer's move. Here. Tug, tug, tug. Here.
Here.
There you go. Okay.
Yes.
So what it looks like here. Left hand comes across the front of your body. There you go.
Here.
And back right into the dog with your right heel.
Here.
There you go. You did it.
Watch the video.
All right, let's go do a little retrieving. This is Max's favorite part too.
It is? Or are you kidding?
Turn this off and then we'll relocate.
Okay.